from a deleted murder right at her doorstep and a bigger showdown between Professor X and Wanda, all the way to an alternate ending that would have changed many things for the MCU, with the Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness movie getting an entirely different setting when the dust has settled. The long-awaited Doctor Strange sequel was finally released not too while ago, with the movie itself having one of the better opening weekends when compared to the rest of the movies that have found themselves in its place. We have yet to see just how big of a success it will be at the box office. However, that should not stop us from telling everything we know about the movie, including some deleted scenes that, for some reason, did not make the final cut. And before we move forward with the video, we should warn you that there will be spoilers up ahead, many of them. So if you haven't watched the movie yet, you definitely should. And with that out of the way, let us continue.
We'll get you out of here, now.
Wally, what happened?
The whole project did not pick up well, because just as the pre-production was about to start, then director Scott Derrickson left the project due to creative differences about the movie itself. A chain of events that saw director Sam Raimi to be put at the helm, returning to the superhero genre, despite all of his comments about him not wanting to return in a role of a director of a superhero movie after his backlash with the Spider-Man franchise. And still, here we are. But honestly, we cannot blame him. When Marvel Studios wants you, there is not a single reason you should decline an opportunity like this. Especially not when it comes to the Doctor Strange sequel, a movie featuring not only one of the strongest sorcerers, but also a character who has a lot of history under its belt in his Marvel Comics run. The chaotic start of the making of the movie saw Sam Raimi take over the project all of a sudden, with the entire script not even written, and the movie was even shot halfway through before an ending for the movie was decided. However, much like many other movies and filming studios that found themselves in the same place, the Doctor Strange sequel turned out to be one of the best movies ever made, with the movie being one of a kind, introducing to us that horror genre feel that was expected from the likes of two of the most powerful, but also complex characters of the Marvel Universe. The first cut of the movie, according to Raimi, was around 2 hours and 40 minutes, a much longer runtime than what we got in the final cut, which was just above 2 hours long. So with all of this in mind, we are sure you are wondering what was missing from the final version of the movie. Well, look no further, as we managed to dig up some of the deleted scenes that we have been talking about so far, some of which entail glimpses of the first trailer we got about the movie. That was actually cut from the final version of the movie that was released in the cinemas around the world. The Illuminati and Mordo. The Illuminati team of the Marvel Universe in the comics was a big thing for so long, and the ones we got in the MCU were a whole different breed when the members of the group are taken into consideration. And even though their screen time was not that big, we got to see Mordo as part of the group, who had a big role in the events to come. One of the deleted scenes is actually about him tracking Wanda and trying to kill her with a magic bow. He ultimately fails, and he is the one instead that pays with his life after being killed by Wanda herself. The whole scenery of the very well-known cabin in the woods is a Sam Raimi special, so we can see him filming this sort of a scene. His intention would have also been clear, as at the end of the first movie, we saw him turn on Doctor Strange and that the world has too many sorcerers. And we are glad that the scene was cut, because we would have not been able to see evil Mordo, particularly in an upcoming project from Marvel, with the movie not revealing Wanda as a villain right away, keeping the mystery alive for longer.
Fight! Fight like your life depended on it!
Professor X and Wanda face off. One thing we ought to see more in the movie was a confrontation between Professor X and Wanda Maximoff, a scene that was filmed, but eventually got cut from the final version of the movie, with the two having a short confrontation in the possessed Wanda's mind, where Earth 616 Wanda breaks Professor X's neck, which was a huge moment for both of the characters. Rachel McAdams' third missing role. The post-credit scene of the movie showcases Charlize Theron's debut in the MCU as Clea, a half-human, half-Faltine individual born in the Dark Dimension, where the villain of the first Doctor Strange movie, Dormammu, resides from. There were some rumors, which actually turned out to be true, that Rachel McAdams was supposed to fill in the role of Clea, a scene that was filmed but later deleted, which left McAdams playing 2 roles instead of 3. One version in the main storyline we have seen so far on Earth 616 as the long-lost lover of Stephen Strange, and the other version of a scientist for the Baxter Foundation on the universe of Earth 838.
But I have to go.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Wong and Doctor Strange. One thing we can be proud of in the Doctor Strange sequel is that a few appearances as a side character, Wong was given a much bigger role in a movie. He is a sorcerer supreme after all, a title that is not given to many individuals in the Marvel Universe. There is also one scene we caught a glimpse of in the first trailer of the movie that sees Wong and Doctor Strange discussing his spell that blew open the multiverse. However, with the movie already behind us, we can see that the whole conversation was cut, one that presumably took place in the Sanctum Sanctorum, Deadpool's post-credit deleted scene. It has been a while now since we first heard the confirmation of Deadpool joining the MCU, after the rights about the character, together with the ones about the X-Men franchise, were taken back by Walt Disney. And we have yet to see Deadpool in an MCU movie, because the teased rumor of him having a cameo appearance in the Doctor Strange sequel never happened, despite some fans deliberately seeing his face on one of the movie's posters on a shard of glass. However, we were not left empty-handed, as there was an actual post-credit scene featuring Deadpool, Cable, Domino, and Vanessa exploring the Illuminati's headquarters, with their doors wide open after their fight with Wanda, something that would have been extremely cool to see, with Deadpool joking with the bodies of the fallen. A scene including even a reference to the Office series on John Krasinski's behalf.
I can't even tell you. I deserve that. That too. No, maybe.
Alternate ending. There was an alternate ending that was filmed at some point, completely different from what we got in the original movie, with the scene of her coming to Kamar Taj and killing everyone coming much later in the movie over the course of that deleted scene. The decision of Wanda to destroy the Darkhold still remained even in that scene too. However, the deleted sequence also showed her gasping for air from underneath the rubble, presumably the movie showcasing the once possessed Wanda from Earth 838, remaining true to her heart and not turning the way the main storyline Wanda turned to. On a related note, tell us down in the comments below, what are your thoughts on the movie? Do you think some of the deleted scenes would have made the movie better, and why? And also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon if you would like to see more videos like this in the future. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.